forecast.
The month of March. Yes, a volatile month because it's a transition of the seasons, and we certainly saw that play out this month. Of course, as you look at the numbers here, of course, you see a lot of red. Matter of fact, there were 20 days above average. There were 9 days below average, and there were only 2 days that were average. But that really doesn't tell the full story. I want to specifically look at March 11th and 12th. Remember the 11th. We were well in the upper 80s, and that 77 you see was a midnight temperature. We went from 87 on Wednesday to 33 degrees by Thursday afternoon. It was a 54-degree temperature drop in less than 24 hours. And yes, we did have snow that fell on that particular day on the 12th. So it was a wild month. Today we hit 83 for the afternoon high. In terms of our precipitation at the airport, we saw just over 1 inch and 8/10. Average would be 3 and just over 3.5 inches. So a current month-to-date deficit of 1 inch and just over 7/10. For the calendar year thus far, 3 months completed, we've seen 6.72 inches of precipitation. Average would be 8.8. And so we have a current deficit for the year of over 2. But that really doesn't factor in last year's carryover, which varied anywhere from 7, almost 9 inches. So that's why we still have moderate to severe drought conditions across the region. These are our current numbers. Certainly pleasant outside if you like it warm. Upper 70s and low 80s at this hour. Of course, the winds have been gusty throughout the day. Those are current wind gusts still topping over 20, 30 miles an hour. Winds will come down a little bit, but it'll still be a breezy overnight. That'll keep the temperatures elevated as well. Things are quiet here on the satellite and radar combination. Tomorrow afternoon and evening should be a bit different. So we have a mild overnight with temperatures in the lower 60s. Tomorrow afternoon, low and mid 80s. But say after 2, 3 o'clock and beyond, we will have some scattered showers and thunderstorms. Not everyone sees that activity, but the ones that do develop have a chance to turn strong to severe. The main threat being a damaging wind gusts, some spotty large hail, a marginal risk. That's 1 on the scale of 1 to 5 for severe storms highlighted across a good portion of the Commonwealth. General rainfall amounts, 1/2 inch or less. Not everyone sees the rain. Of course, any storm can produce localized higher amounts. So this is one model's depiction, a high resolution forecast. It shows some storms that develop during the afternoon. Not everyone sees them, and then they'll kind of settle down as we go into tomorrow night. But that rain chance will linger the rest of the week. Temperatures are going to remain above average here as we roll into the first days of April. And then specifically looking at Easter Sunday, that could be our better chance of more widespread rain across the region. Still some issues with timing. In the morning, we should start in the lower 60s, afternoon highs in the 70s. But the rain could get in here maybe midday, afternoon, and Sunday night on Sunday, Easter. So we'll watch that as the next front rolls through. And this one will knock the temperatures down as we head into Monday of next week. So that's what we'll be watching in the short term or the long term forecast for the weekend. In the meantime, this is the front that's dropping down from the Great Lakes, triggering severe weather across portions of New York back into Ohio. That front will never clear our area, but it'll be close enough to set off some showers and thunderstorms during the afternoon tomorrow. Tonight then, we're in the lower 60s, remaining breezy. Here's a look at the Michael and Son 7-day forecast with warmer weather to take us into the month of April. We'll watch those shower and storm chances the next couple of days, and specifically we'll keep an eye on Easter Sunday.
All right, Eric, thank you.